Greetings and welcome to Flavourful Eats. Yes, we're going on with our Diwali treats.
Yes, it's so exciting.
Yes.
This one is going to be much better.
Okay, again, my guest is Neeta Desai and I'm your host, Hamsha Naidu. Now we're making the food, the actual food and its snacks. So I'm starting off with a filling that we make with samosas. So it's basically a gram dal and a mixed vegetable. And then Neeta is going to be making a palau and she's going to be making vada, which is another pea dal favorite.
Yes, and we're going to fry it, so this is going to be crisp.
Yes. So I heated the oil, a little bit of oil. I'm adding a little bit of mustard seeds, a little bit of jeera, cumin seeds, a little bit of fennel seeds, which is not many people will use that. And I guess I left my cinnamon somewhere. Then I add onion, almost an onion here, a full onion. So I leave that to get translucent a little bit. And to that I'm going to be adding some ginger and garlic and some green chilies, curry leaves, scallions or green onions. Asafoetida, this is to help to get help
Digest.
with digestion, yes.
And less gas.
Less gas. And that's the chili powder to add a little bit more flavor. This is a mixed masala which my mother actually makes all the time. Yes. But if you're adding fennel seeds, coriander seeds and cumin, pure chili powder will be just fine. It will just work just fine.
So today we have in our smoothie, we're going to be doing strawberries that are frozen, some frozen blueberries, some frozen raspberries, some ground flaxseed, some hemp seeds, and some chia seeds. And to add a little sweetness and extra nutrients, we're throwing some dates in there and some banana for potassium.
So just a little fun facts. Those who are lacking a little bit of iron and stuff, dates is a fantastic one to bring that up. And then it's also sweetener.
Yes.
And really speaking, personally for me, I would skip the dates because bananas are very high in sugar too, right? So all of this is just a guideline.
Yes.
And it is always very good to get your nutrients first thing in the morning so you have a good nutrient-packed day for the day and you'll be full of energy and good to go. So with that, we won't waste too much of a time. We're going to put that together. And the almond milk you made at home, is it 1:4? One part
So yeah, the almond milk, nut milk is very easy to make at home. For this recipe, I simply soak the almonds overnight and you can peel them off. You can, if you have a good blender like a Vitamix, you can just use the almonds unsoaked. But another trick I like to do is I usually will portion my smoothie out into the jar the night before, and that way in the morning when you're half asleep, you just dump and you just blend and go. It's less work in the morning because the mornings, as we know, are always packed. So just about 3 to 4 strawberries. We'll do about half a cup of raspberries, half of the blueberries, about half a cup. And the dates, as Hamsa said, it's a personal preference. It's better for like picky eaters. If they, you can go a little sweeter. If you want to skip it, you can skip it. People who have low iron, it's good for them. Dates help with blood production. So, and just about half the banana. I'm going to do 2 dates.
Wow, that is a sweet smoothie.
Huh?
That's a sweet smoothie.
Well, this banana's not that ripe, so it'll be okay. Then we're just cover with almond milk. And then we're just going to blend it.
So you're not adding any of your seeds?
I'm going to actually add those at the end. I usually just, we can bend the flaxseed, and I usually just top the chia seeds. Actually, I don't want those ground because they keep you full.
You're making a protein bowl where you can sprinkle
But the chia seeds, like because when you add them to water, they expand.
Yes.
So
that's actually a good thing, especially with people who have issues with thyroid and all that.
Yeah.
When it gets down your throat, it does, it's already soaked and it's expanded, so you don't have to have that issue later.
And it'll keep you full for longer. We're just going to blend this.
So blend until it's nice and smooth.
And you can, if you want it thicker or thinner, you can always add and change the liquids according to your preference.
And chia seeds also, when you add it in, makes it thick.
It makes it thicker.
Yeah.
And it'll keep you full.
It'll definitely keep you full. So, and joining me together is a beautiful Michelle Jeffalone, who will tell us a little bit about herself and give us more detail of what she's cooking for us today.
Well, today I'm going to be cooking kittery, and why don't I go over the ingredients first, and then I can tell you a little bit more about myself. They're really more interested in the food anyway. Yes. We're going to have in the ingredients rice, mung dal, And here is the curry. We have Himalayan salt, cumin, black pepper, and ghee. And we'll also be using a bit of water.
So this is actually soaked white rice already.
Correct.
And then you also soaked moong dal.
Exactly.
This is split moong dal, which is actually, you pre-soak it because you prefer the health value to soaked legumes already.
It becomes more alkaline when you soak it.
And then you're adding turmeric. The one that you said curry was actually turmeric, powdered turmeric.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what that is. So it just gives it a little bit more color and a little bit more nutrition to the dish.
Absolutely.
It becomes a little bit anti-inflammatory and all of those good things. Yeah.
So we're adding a 1-to-1 ratio in the pressure cooker. We're also going to cook the kitchery on a stovetop pot so that folks can see the two different methods of making it. Some people are a little apprehensive about using a pressure cooker. They've heard those stories about it actually, you know, blowing up or when it has too much pressure.
So what Michelle is doing right now, she's showing you a technique of how to measure the rice. You don't need to have an exact amount of water to rice.
Yes.
It's her method of showing it. And I tell you, I think it works with just about any rice dish. So she puts in a little finger until the first, is it till this?
First knuckle.
Till this
first knuckle.
This part of the finger.
And this works when the ingredients are soaked. Because
and then
they
if
already
it's
have
not
a lot of
soaked,
water.
then you'll just put a little higher up.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. We're just going to add
So
a
you
little
want to
bit
show it
more.
one more time. Hopefully our camera above is catching it. So
So
just
there's up to
pushing,
the first knuckle. And
that first knuckle is just here, just
yes,
this part.
just right here.
Yes.
And then
We're
as,
not pointing fingers at anybody.
No.
That's the measurement, yes.
It has to sit and
Get cool.
cool, and it takes a while, at least an hour
then
or
you would
so.
start breaking
And
it
then
up.
I would cut it up and break it up, and we have a demonstration of that over there for later.
The mushrooms you can tell are just about cooked through. You can see the juice and you can see the texture and see how nice and juicy they are. You definitely don't want to lose that because that gives a lot of flavor. Since there's already been some spices put in there. I'm just getting ready to put this on. And what we'll do is we'll put this on the top because the spinach is going to cook and even if it doesn't, it's still really, that's the best way to have it anyway. Kind of burned on a little bit. It's okay.
Spilling a little is okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Now you want this to be mounded really well because it's not really going to cook down very much, but it's makes the blend of flavors is better if it's mounded. If you only have a little bit, it tastes like mostly mushroom, you won't get all the flavor you want.
And it looks very festive.
Yeah,
Yes, you
Yeah.
got red, green, and white.
that's right. That's right.
We didn't plan that, did we?
I know. Well, kind of. You got to have. I always try to balance the colors. Always have some green in everything if I can, because